I'm Chandra Nayak, Assistant Professor, AIT, CSND Department. So today we will learn about the Banker's algorithm. Consider a resource with 5 instances P0 to P4 and then 3 resource type A, B and C. So now so 3 resource type A, B and C. Resource type A has 10 instances, resource type B has 5 instances and resource type C has 7 instances. Okay. So you can understand this problem that there are P0 to P4 means P0, P1, P2, P3, P4. Okay, 5 processes are there. So and then A, B, C are the 3 instances, right? So A, B and C are the 3 instances. So and then resource type A has the 5 instance. Okay, so resource type resource type A has 10 instances, resource type B has 5 instances, resource type C has 7 instances, right? Means what is the meaning of this one? Means resource type A means resource type printer has 3 printer means 3 instances. Resource type CD drive has the 5 instances means 5 CD drives are there. So like that, any resource of instances, how many instances are there such a resource? So that is what the meaning. So now we can understand that there are 5 processes and then 3 resources, and resource type A has 10 instances, B has 5 instances and C has 7 instances. Okay, so now at the time T naught, suppose at the time T naught, so the following snapshot of the system has been taken. Okay, so just a minute, I will show the snapshot of that one. Okay, so this is what the snapshot of that system. Okay, so this is what the snapshot of the system. So what is there here? Some of the allocation is there. So and then maximum need is there, demand, maximum demand is there, available is there. Okay, so then allocation. Okay, so allocation is there, maximum demand is there, and then available is there. So allocation indicates that for that system, for the particular process. Okay, so for we will take an example of this one. So process P naught. Okay, so resource type A 0 allocated, resource type B 1 allocated, resource type C 0 allocated. And what is the maximum demand? Maximum it will require, so A type 7 resources and B type 5 resources and C type 3 resources are needed to complete its task. Okay, so that is P naught. Okay, maximum need is this one. So next what we need to do, and then after allocating this one, the available is also there. This is what the snapshot given, this much is given. Okay, so this much is given and we need to calculate this need. So how to calculate this need? Available means after allocating this one, what is available resource is there, so that that is indicated here in available. A type 3 is available, B type 3 and C type 2 is available. Now we need to calculate this need. Need is equal to maximum minus allocation. Whatever maximum demand is there, so after satisfying that allocation, okay, how much is allocated? Maximum is, see, you can see here maximum for the P naught. So 7 A type resource 7 is needed and we allocated 0. So then again how much is need? 7 is need. B type 5 is needed, 1 we allocated, 4 is there, right? So means maximum demand minus allocated, whatever allocation done, if you minus that one, then we will get the need matrix. Okay, so max minus allocation, just you minus from this maximum to minus allocation, you do individually. Okay, so A type resource means 7 minus 0, 7. Okay, so and then B type 5 minus 1, 4. Okay, so 3 minus 0, 3. So like that you do for all, for the P1. So 3, first A type 3 minus 2, that is 1. So next 2 minus 0, that is 2. So like that, So 2 minus 0, 2. So like that you do for all these things, maximum minus allocation, then you will get so this need matrix. This is very important, so you need to calculate this one. So after that one, so according to the safety algorithm, what he says, assign the work as available. So whatever available is there here, okay, so work available is assigned to the work, means 332 is there, work is 332. Okay, so next we will perform we will try to satisfy the need whatever required by each process. So for that one, first thing what we will do is okay, so this is available, then p1. Okay, so p1 need is 743, and we need to give that for the p1. After using it, it will resource whatever allocation is there, it will gives back those allocated resource. Okay, but can we give this 743 need as of now? So now we have only 332, means A type 3 have, B type 3 and C type 2 resources we have. Okay, so just we need to check this one, need less than work is there or not. Okay, so whatever need is there 743, is it less than this work? So individually you need to check it. Okay, 7, is it less than 3? No. Okay, then it so it will not satisfy this one, then we will move on. So another need. Okay, so initially all these are false. Okay, so next we will check for the p1. What is the need of p1? 122. So is 122 less than 332? Yes. Okay, so this one is less than 3, 2 is less than 3, and 2 is less than or equal to 3, 2. Okay, so then we can allocate this need. Okay, we can give this need, we have 332, so p1 needs 122. Yes, definitely we can give that one, need is less than work. So after allocating this one, what happens, whatever already allocated it will gives back. Okay, means this 200, so that you need to add here. Okay, so for 332 we added the allocated, it gives back, then we will add for that work. Okay, that is what available. Now we have, if you added individually, you need to add 2 plus 0 2, 3 plus 0 3, 3 plus 2 5. Now we have 532. So next okay, so now p1 completed. Okay, so next we will move on to the next one, 600. Is this less than this 532? Now we have available 532, is it less than that one? No. Okay, means individually you need to check. Okay, 6 less than 5 the need, this need must be less than this one. Okay, 6 is not less than 5, then it fails. If one of the resource fails, then it will not complete its task. So that's why we'll go for the next one, 011. Can we satisfy? Yes, 011 is less than 532, so definitely then p3. Okay, we can allocate the resource for that, then it will release us, add this allocation for this 211 is added. Okay, now p3 completes the job. Okay, so initially all these are so minus, now p1 is completed, you write mark. So p3 is completed, so true mark or right mark, you indicate the mark. So like that. So next see the next one, p4 431. Now available, what is the available? So now we have 743. Okay, 4 is less than 7, 3 is less than 4, 1 is also less than 3. Okay, so now we can allocate the need. So then after completion of this one, it will release us the 332, then you add the 332 here, 002. Okay, so then we added, then 745 we have. Okay, so like that. Now p4 is over. Okay, so after p4 we have 745. So next again you come from the beginning, or you can go from downward to upward also you can go. So you come once again from the top also. So then can we give 7 4 3? Okay, yes, we can give. Or I have taken this one. So now remaining p naught and p2 is remaining. Okay, so I will assign 600, right? So for the 600 we can give. Okay, so then it will returns 302. So I added that 302. So next finally p naught is there. So is p naught less than this one? So now we have 10 4 7. Okay, so and p naught is 743. Yes, we can give. Then it will release us this one. You add this one. So then finally 10 5 7. And you can do the cross verification. Now it completed all. Okay, now you check this one. Now all process should complete. Okay, so if it is not completing means the system is in unsafe state. If we completed all the processes, p1 p0 p2 p3 p4, all processes are there, and then you can write the system is in safe state. The safe sequence is from the beginning. Okay, p1 p3 p4 p2 p0. If all processes are there completed means the system is in safe state. Okay, so this completes. Now suppose another case. Okay, so this one part is completed. Now we calculated the need matrix. Okay, then we checked for work. Work is assigned to the available. Okay, so after that one, if need is less than work, whatever need is there less than this work means, then yeah, we will allocate this one. Then it will release us the allocation. Then we'll add this allocation to this one. Then if we do for all these process, then finally we got this one. And initially in the question what they given, A type 10 instances, B type 5 and C type 7 instances, that finally we got that cross verification we can do. Okay, so this is what the safe sequence. So next the system is in safe state. Suppose another request. Suppose p1 requests additional instance. Okay, so p1 requests additional instance 102. What does it mean? Means p1 is requesting A type 1 resource, B type 0 and C type 2 resources is needed. Okay, so can we allocate this one for the system? Okay, if we allocate, what happens? Then we need to check two things. One is request less than available. Is the request less than available? We need to check what is the request. Request from the p1, that is 102. Available is 332. Where is that available? Available is given here, right? So you can check here. 332 is available. Okay, so now yeah, request is less than available, that is true. Then what we need to do? We need to update this one. We need to, okay, we need to allocate this one. Whatever requesting by the p1, we need to allocate this one. So then how to allocate? Now you see here, p1 is 200 allocation, right? 102 is requesting A type 1. You add this one. 2 plus okay, so 2 plus 1 3. So then B type 0 is needed, C type 2 required, 3 not 2. It becomes the new state is this one. Okay, p1 is 302 after allocating 102. Okay, in the same way you minus that one from the need. So you will change only for the p1, remaining thing as it is. Okay, in the snapshot. So remaining things as it is, no need to change anything. So now need, where is need? For p1 need is 1 to 2. So for that one 102 you add minus. So then 0 1 2 you will get, right? Sorry, 102 you will minus. Okay, so 102 you need to minus from the 122. That is what the previous need. If we allocated this one, So then 0 0 2 0, this is what the new need. Okay, so uh, 1 2 2 is required, 1 0 2 we given, then finally A type 0 is required, B type 2 is required, and then C type 0 is required. That is what the, so another new need. Okay, so that is 0 to 0. And then available also, you minus the available, whatever available is there, 332, right? So available is 332, so minus 102. A type 1 given, B type 0 given, C type 2 given, right? You minus it, so then 2, then the 3, so then 0. This is what the new available. So I updated that one here, 230. Okay, so now finally remaining thing is same. No, so these whatever I have marked in the box, these things are changed, that's it, remaining is same. So next, as we calculated above, so in the same way, work is assigned with available 230. So next, need less than work, just check for the need here. So the middle one, so in this one you check for the need. If it is less than that one, then you satisfy this one. After satisfying those resource, it will gives the allocated resource back. You add that one to the available. Next, do for the another process, check for need less than available. If it satisfies, then add the allocation, then you will get finally, if all process completed, okay, so fairly, so then we'll get the safe sequence, right? So that you can see here, in this case also system is in safe state, we got the safe sequence like this. So hence we can immediately grant whatever P1 requested for 102, we can grant that one. Okay, so this completes the one case. Okay, so means if one of the process request, we need to satisfy, we need to give that request. So then change the whole snapshot. I will revise once again. Whatever P1 request, allocate that one, then change the whole snapshot for P1, remaining thing is same. Then change the allocation, need and available of that particular available. Okay, so after changing that one, again you calculate. If you got the safe sequence, the system is in safe state and we can allocate. Okay, so we will try to give and we will check for the system. If it is safe, you will allocate. Okay, so that conclusion you can give. Next, another case. Suppose if P4 is requesting for 330. Okay, P4 is requesting for 330, cannot be granted. Why we cannot granted? So because resource we have 230, A type 2, B type 3 and C type 0 we have, and it is requesting for A type 3, B type 3. A type 2 we have, B type 3 we don't have. So that's why we cannot allocate. So 330 request by P4. Okay, so that's it, that is the one case. Another case, so if P0 request for 0 to 0, okay, so that is also cannot be granted. 0 to 0, if you check it, we have the resource 230, right? Okay, so and then it is requesting for, we have 230, it is requesting for 0 to 0, this case. Okay, so this one 0 to 0, yes, it is less than that one, but still we can't allocate this one, because so we can't, because so it leads to an unsafe state. Okay, so if you want to check, so if you want to verify that one, then you check with this snapshot. I allocated that one actually. So if P0, right, so for the P0 I allocated these things 0 to 0 for this one, for the previous snapshot. Okay, so for the previous means okay, so for this one. Okay, for this snapshot, p naught and all whatever. Okay, so for this snapshot I updated. So means whatever p naught is requesting, I allocated those things. So then I got the so these changes have been made. Remaining thing is as it is. Allocation changed, need reduced, available reduced. Okay, allocation is added. So after that one, what I done is work. Okay, work is assigned with available, that is 210. Next, need less than work I am checking. 723 is not less than this. 020, it is not less than uh, so even all these needs I am checking with this one. Okay, so 020 is also not less than this. 600 need is not less than this one. 011, 011 final C1 we don't have. So 430, that is also, it will not satisfy. Means if you allocate this one, then system is in unsafe state. Hence we can conclude that the request p naught for 020 cannot be granted because it leads to an unsafe state. Thank you. This completes the example of the banker's algorithm.